Best meeting so far. Yeah.
At, whatever, 2:30.
It was pretty good before.
Right.
2:35, okay.
So this is more interesting than that other stuff.
No, actually, I don't think I can compete.
We won't have any expectations. That's okay.
Are you willing
Are you
to
gonna cry?
testify? I know
We know the budget anyway.
Will there be crying?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Public comment? Any public comments?
I didn't know that this was your topic today, but, and I do have a question when we get to it. Can I just ask the question once you have the formula? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. Do I have, I don't know if you want to read them, or if anybody want to move to approve the minutes?
Move to approve the minutes. Was I here?
Yes, you were.
Okay. Move to approve the minutes.
Anyone want to second it? Do I hear a second?
Second.
Minutes are approved, thank you. Next item on the agenda is the committee evaluation report for Brac.
Yes, everybody has a evaluation attached to it that it was provided to Hedda.
On the agenda. I don't know if you guys want a minute or two to review it, but basically, it was sent out, it looks like to 17 people, only 5 people responded, about 29% responded.
Was it sent to all of us?
Should've been.
I didn't send it, so I'm gonna assume it was.
I got it.
I don't recall seeing it, though.
I
It
got
must
it.
have been a while ago. I never received it.
It might have gone to your spam folder, but I don't think it did, because I saw it. I think I saw it, I'm pretty sure I saw it.
We don't send it, the academic senate sends it.
Yeah, I
You
think it
wouldn't
goes through
recognize the
Crystal-
name.
Crystal Colas.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks pretty good though.
So, if you go through the questions, one of the things I wanted to just, I guess, kind of briefly remind everybody is that the agenda and meetings are on our website. If you didn't know, you can always go there, pull up old ones, and our agendas are always posted beforehand. So, I don't know why someone would say that they disagree with that, but I think someone here just wrote strongly disagree for everything. So whatever that was, not sure why.
Strongly disagree.
With every. Really? I don't think he just hit the wrong button. Maybe he thought it was supposed to be strongly agree. Anyhow, he or she. The other thing, we can discuss anything you want on this evaluation, but I will take notes on any suggestions for improvements or anything you guys want to discuss, or anything you want me to take back to Dr. Stone. In other words, things for future improvements, or things you want to talk about, or anything you guys want to say.
Yeah. Well, I would like to see more inclusion of the faculty opinion in terms of changes that are made. Like, for example, in ESL, we lost our ESL center, and it's been absorbed into the new writing centers, and that was done without consulting the faculty, and really even without notifying us, which caused a great deal of confusion this semester in terms of what we require our students to do. So I think that, and you know, while I'm talking about my own division's experience, I think that having the affected constituents consulted and participating in the process is very important, and does not always happen. Especially, and these are, I assume these were done for budgetary reasons.
I think it's not just Julie's area.
I was going to say that.
Well,
Usually
yeah.
anything under instruction
I think,
is
well-
generally there, but I can.
Instruction and
But it
facilities.
does impact, I mean, I think there are impacts to, because there's a lot of material. I think Obviously, it's hard to separate out both those things, but.
But if there's significant changes, the gist is you want to be included in part of that process.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, a good thing, have the budgetary side of it actually transparent as opposed to just all the instruction
Yeah.
and facilities, but
Right.
like
Well,
how
in
much budget
particular,
change are we talking
because we
about?
we participate, we're supposed to be participating in the whole year-long budgetary cycle. And I think that when we're making requests which impact that center, which we did in our area, it's disturbing to find that all of a sudden it's gone without our consultation or participation.
You are aware of our integrated planning cycle and that whole
Yeah,
routine.
but I feel like, I mean, I think that having actual input in that is, that our input is not really being taken into account in that integrated planning cycle.
Okay. Bring that up. Any other comments on the evaluations that was submitted?
No?
No. The next item on the agenda is a standard item, budget update. I'm going to give you an abbreviated version of the nuts and bolts of the new student-centered formula. The Chancellor's office did a kind of an expanded version, and I went and attended that, and then I took a lot of their information and condensed it. And so I created a PowerPoint to hopefully share with you some of the information.
And that's on the website?
This
We're
will
gonna
be.
post that
It
on
will
the-
be, okay, great.
As
Okay.
soon as I have that.
Okay, so to start off with, some of the current challenges or what brought about the new student-centered funding formula was, although the system had made significant strides in improving student success, some of the challenges still remain. A lot of students in community college never really complete a degree or get a certificate or transfer. A lot of students who do reach educational goals take a long time to do so, and there's still achievement gaps that persist among not only student groups but across regions. So discussions started a few years ago regarding the new funding formula and concerns about the systems and stakeholders about enrollment, that the traditional driver of funding has been stagnant. Yes, sir.
What's across regions?
I'm gonna say like there's some agricultural city regions.
Yeah, like maybe
rural
Central
rural
California.
areas,
Right.
there are
There's
different success
areas.
rates
Even
compared
in
to urban
California.
areas.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Bay Area does better than the LA
Yeah.
area or something like
I
that.
do.
And you do have richer, you got Malibu and Santa Monica, that may have a little bit more influence, or even parts of Pasadena are wealthier than, you got La Cañada that are wealthier than, I'm trying to think of something, Monte or something.
Well, but do they break that data out? Can they tell me whether El Monte students are doing as well as La Cañada students?
Well, they break it out in community colleges where they're located.
So they break
They
it
can
out.
say-
So they can say Pasadena as opposed to Modesto.
Yeah, or,
Okay, yeah.
that's, exactly.
Right.
So my question is does this come with any data that lets us know what the determination is that would be good?
Not in the
Or adequate?
PowerPoint that I've got.
Mhm.
I'm sure when you go into the data mart of the state chancellor's office,
I get that. I've been on the data mart,
Yeah,
and I know I
and
can
then-
look at our data, but when this, most students who enter community college never complete a degree or certificate or transfer.
What's most?
What's most?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and how
I
many
would
are we,
say that
how many are we
that's
doing?
there
probably-
was a
that's
statistic
probably
that's
true.
out there, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's over 50%
Never complete.
that either don't complete, but
I
I
think
may
it's
be
higher than
wrong.
that.
And it's
Yeah.
probably in there somewhere, but I can't quote you the statistics. So it takes a while.
And I'm new to
This
California, so
part-
I'm interested in learning what those success metrics are predicated upon. I appreciate that the graduation rates and success rates in general are lower in community college environments.
Mhm.
But Even though we're not held to university standards, what are those standards? And then how close are we to achieving that? I know that relatively speaking, Pasadena City College's equity gaps are smaller,
Right.
about 8%, whereas in other places they're between 18 to 20%. And that looks good, but it's really vague language in terms of what's adequate or inadequate or acceptable or unacceptable.
And I agree, and I think if we wanted more detail, it would be on the chancellor's office. Peter might actually know quite a bit
Yeah, I mean, if
about
they've done
that.
special side projects, but Data Mart will just have the straight demographics and numbers.
Right.
They'll have success rates, but you're not, unless you go through and see everyone, they
Yeah,
won't tell you exactly what the state requests.
exactly. That's what I want to know. What's the
Right.
aspirational
So
number? What are we
hopefully
shooting
with some
for?
of this, that
They'll
is
improve.
more transparent,
Yeah.
but right now it's
Okay.
product to serve.
And I think it's important to note that this is the chancellor's justification. This has really nothing to do with
What's
us.
the governor's, actually?
Yeah,
The governor, and they want.
But
the
yeah,
chancellor to-
well, it's the chancellor's the one who came up with this, the
Right.
governor's.
Right. I
So
would
this
agree with
is, I say move
that. Anyhow.
Get to what it
so-
is,
so
not
that's how
how
the-
they justified
yeah.
it,
So obviously, the traditional driver of funding was FTES enrollment, and enrollment is, they said stagnant, but it's actually decreasing in many most community colleges, over 50 out of the 72 districts. So, oh. This is gonna be next one. Okay, so some of the principles for reform that the state chancellor's office came up with is wants to do the following. They want to encourage progress towards the vision of success that was adopted by the Board of Governors. They want to provide groups of students that have faced barriers to success with additional support to meet the goals. And they want to make resources most useful to community college districts by making them stable, predictable, and flexible. So those are some of the objectives and that are the underlying, stones for reform, okay? And they want, obviously, the community college finance to further the activities of the chancellor's office is undertaking through the guided pathway framework. So the student success funding, the student-centered funding formula in general is based on three basic aspects. The first one is the base allocation, which is what it was always. The current factor is primarily FTES. The second one is the supplemental allocation, which counts of low-income students. And I'm going to get a little bit more detail into each one of these. And the third one is the student success allocation, and there's 8 criteria for those, and I have slides for those though as well, which counts the outcomes related to the visions of success with premiums for outcomes for low-income students. So FTS for non-credit courses and special admits like high school students and incarcerated students would also be funded at the current rates. And the rates are calculated to provide a 3-year transition. And I think you probably heard that it's starting with 70, 2010, and then 65, 2015, and it'll go to 60, 2020, the different rates. And it's not on the slides, but I just thought I'd throw it out. And the next few slides just have a bunch of numbers, but I'm going to try to outline it. So the base allocation, the credit FTES, although it looks a lot lower, that's because it's only, the percentage of the total allocation is a lot lower. So the basic credit FTES is funded at $3,727 per FTES, and that's a 3-year average. It's using the current year, prior year, and a prior year. Is how they get their FTES. And the current year will include any restoration and prior year declines, and the growth will be calculated with this 3-year average base.
What was the previous FTES?
I'm going to say it was a little over 5,000.
Right, that's what
I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, it was around 5,
It's close to the, if you look at the Career Development College Prep, which is still funded at the 100% FTS, is
Oh,
5457.
okay.
So if we didn't have the new funding formula, they would have all been at 5457, so to speak. And so you have non-credit rate is 3,347 per FTES, and that's pretty much unchanged. And there will be growth on that as well, if any, and restoration.
I thought that non-credit was funded at the same rate as credit now. No?
No.
Isn't that what we were told?
Yeah, I thought a lot of the non-credit was at the same.
Yeah.
No, when we charge apportionment from the state, there's a non-credit rate that is less. And I know this because learning support centers charge at a non-credit rate if we do charge apportionment. And Dr. Junie would rather charge for the instructional rate, which is higher.
Which is not right.
So if we do end up claiming FTES from tutor activities, we claim it at a lower rate. So we were going to try to increase those activities to charge apportionment, but realized we'd lose money by doing that. And that was based on the old funding formula.
On the next slide, we don't have any of these, but I just put them in there anyhow. These are the rates for inmates in correctional facilities, whether it's credit or non-credit. And then you have the special admit FTES.
I think we need to get some inmates, man. We get paid more.
Yes, and there's a lot of colleges that are doing that. They're going there.
We got a federal prison downtown.
So I just,
One of my friends in there.
I didn't want to read that, but I did want to put that up there just for your benefit. The supplemental allocation, which is the second part of the funding formula, has three elements. You have the Pell Grant recipients, you have the California College Promise Grant recipient, which was formerly the BOG waivers, and then you have the AB 540 student counts. And each one of those counts is $919 per count. So if you're a Pell and California, you get a double whammy. So you get it each one.
919.
919 is each one.
Each.
What's our percentage of these students? Isn't it like 77? 40-ish?
Go to institutional research.
Yeah,
They have all the
it's under-
statistics.
Once we throw bogs, it gets in there higher, but Pell, it's like 40.
Well, one of the issues that harms our numbers is that not all students actually apply for aid.
Right, yeah.
That's
And so
what
it's
we're
a
trying
way
to
far
eliminate
lower,
the
correct,
barrier
it should
for
be.
that.
Yeah.
What's the AB 540?
Those are students who completed 3 years of high school and then left the state and have come back.
Ah.
Interesting.
Nice. Thank you.
I've read the report.
You can sit right next to me. Anyhow, so that's, and we don't really have any control over that.
Yeah.
It's just whatever happens.
Well, I
We
think, you
try
know
to-
what though, actually, I think we should have
We
control.
are,
We're
checking with students
well,
to make sure.
no, we don't
we
have
are.
control whether they're economically disadvantaged.
No.
But we do make an incredible effort to reach out to these students. We have
To let them
resources.
know this
that
stuff's available.
Yes.
And we're very, I know financial aid is very proactive.
So
on
we
this.
actually increased our Pell Grant recipient rate tremendously
Good.
over the last year. Cynthia just reported that. It's through the efforts of student services.
Right.
Just a question.
I just wanted to report that Cynthia reported at a previous meeting I was at that 22,000 students were receiving the Promise Grant, or what used to be called our Bob Waiver in 1819.
Jesus.
22,000.
75%?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But don't forget, right now, they haven't received, all the advanced apportionment and everything we got was based upon old years. They have not got the numbers for 17, 18. Once they do in February, on our first P1, they will adjust numbers accordingly. So a lot of our stuff is still based on old numbers. Oh, whoa, did I just?
Maybe, yeah, you can just breeze through something.
Whoa, okay.
Trying to get to the end of the meeting.
No, we're good.
Oh, I don't know how I did that. I'm sorry. Okay.
Wishful thinking.
No, it just flew on its own. The next, what do you call it? Part of the funding formula is the student success allocation. And there are 8 different categories or aspects that we get funded, and all are funded differently. So the first slide, and I'll show you a slide for each, it's a brief summary. For instance, the first one are ADTs, or Associate Degrees for Transfer.
Okay.
all students that are reported they get this transfer we would get $1,760. If they're Pell Grant recipients, we get a premium of an additional $666. And if we hit the jackpot and they're also California College Promise Grant recipients, we get another $404. So that would be like $2,870 per count.
And that's when the degree is
They're all-
conferred, right? That's when they've completed. their
That
degree.
completed,
Yeah.
when they've been awarded.
Right,
And then we would see it later because it got
right,
reported.
right. So we
Gets it.
report it and then,
Right.
yeah, the budget.
I think it's kind of interesting that these numbers are really
Odd.
kind of trying to piss off the Christians and the Chinese community. 666 and 444. That's just dumb. You know, that's just. I mean, as a public relations move, all they had to do was just change one of those numbers and everything would be fine.
That's. Anyhow,
Legislature.
Cultural competence,
Yeah,
zero.
really.
Exactly, isn't it though? I mean, that's just absurd, man.
yeah,
666 and 444. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for the day.
As a-
Can you
as-
put that in the minutes,
I-
please?
It's already done.
As a note on this one, the ADTs are of course by district, and each point is assigned that are granting the degree. There's no minimum unit requirements for student to be counted for ADTs.
Okay. So part-time, full-time, no matter how they get there.
Yeah, on that one.
So somebody races over here, takes one class and gets a degree, boom, we get the money.
For this one, yeah, but not on other
Cool.
things.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
another thing.
Yeah. The next one is if you get an associate degree and a bachelorette. I put these two together only because we don't really have any bachelorette degrees and they're counted at the same point system or dollars as the associate degree. So I just combined it in one slide. Again, all students are 1,320. You get a premium for $500 if you're Pell Grant recipient and another $333 if you're Promise Grant recipient.
Now, Peter, do you know, what are the chances that a student would be a Pell Grant and a California College Promise both?
Well,
Very high.
bonds
Very
can
high.
be as small as just a book.
Oh, really?
Assistance.
So it could
can
be-
apply to all those.
Oh.
And you don't need to do a FAFSA for BOG.
BOG waivers are from California.
Yeah,
So
it's
you can
California.
easily get both a
So Pell's
California.
federal, BOG's California.
And is it very common for people to have both?
Almost every BOG person has a Pell if they
Yeah.
completed a FAFSA.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because they're
Interesting.
already a disadvantaged student, so if they went
Yeah.
for their Pell, they would get it.
Okay.
They would be qualified for it.
Cool.
It's just a question of advocating that.
So is the associate degree, is that like a double? Is that like the ADT, or is our associate going to be separate from the ADT
ADT.
track?
Correct.
I believe
Yeah,
so.
okay.
Associates is
Okay.
like an AA or an AA, yes.
Right, but we got the associate degree, the transfer, and I just wanted to see if those were different.
So again, this one has no minimum unit required when we count those. I didn't barely touch this, I swear, this
Yeah.
was really easy. Did
Sensitive.
I just,
Transfer.
I think you went through two.
again, oh
Yeah.
my God.
There you go.
No,
No.
I go to.
Because we didn't look at this one.
No, the one before that.
Oh,
And I'm going backwards again. Okay, I'll get this, you know. There you go. Okay. I won't touch it. All right. The next category is credit certificates. These require 16 or more. Wait a second. I am.
You're in English.
yeah, this is transfer level
One
math
more.
and English.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. There we go.
Okay.
That's the one I want. These require 16 or more units. Again, it's $880 per person, per student. You get premiums for Pell Grants and California Promise recipients.
I love these triple numbers.
Yeah.
333 and 222.
They cut it in half because they hear you.
Yeah.
They're like, oh.
Silly.
The next one is the same numbers, and this is for completion. The next category is completion of transfer level mathematics and English courses with the first, the first academic year of enrollment. So we're trying to get them to go through these courses quickly.
Can I ask a question about this? So, for example, if a student comes in and they're taking ESL, and that would eliminate them from getting the English completion money,
It
right?
could. I think
Unless
No, they have
it's
3
English
years
at
to
the
do
same
it.
time.
So they're
Well,
in a
but-
separate category. They're measured separately.
Okay.
They are
That's not-
measured.
That's not part of this one, though.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something about that, though. They just haven't addressed
Yeah.
it.
Right, I mean, because
Yeah,
AB
that's
705
right.
is the 3 years, but
Pardon?
the AB 705 is the 3 years.
This is AB 705 dependent. All students should be, who are not ESL, will complete math and English within the first
Okay,
year.
so ESL is an exception here.
Right.
And so when a student who is an ESL student completes their English, we would still get money for them, is that correct?
Presumably, they haven't
Yeah,
They haven't
dealt
worked
with
that
that yet.
out.
I presume.
Okay.
They're putting, publishing
Okay.
it in pieces, I presume.
So this is all the guided pathways metrics, so
Okay,
like I think we're at
So this,
11 or 18% for first year completing transfer in math and English.
Right. Now, mind you, the important thing here is that we only have a couple hundred students who qualify for this every year, even though we have almost 30,000 students.
because it has to be English and math.
Correct.
Both.
oh, they have to.
Those
do
are both gateway
both.
courses, and this is going to be quite a challenge.
Yeah, it's
And this is
difficult.
why we're doing what we're doing in the area of tutoring support and in curricular reform.
That's on the academic side.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just gonna give you the numbers now. Okay. The next category for the student success is the successful transfer to a four-year university. These are the rates that, or the amount of dollars per students that we get. And in this case, the students have to have 12 or more units at a community college to count. So if they
So
don't
let me
have
ask you
12 or
this,
more
so-
units, we don't get the number.
So if they do both, if they get a degree and they transfer, do we get double money for them?
I don't think so, but I could find out. Do you
I
know
think
the
we
do.
answer?
Yeah,
You
because
think
a
they-
lot
well,
of
but
people
the other one is
will
ADT
transfer.
There's the
transfer.
ADT,
This, the
right?
first
There's also
one,
the associate degree.
the first one was the associate's degree for transfer.
I don't know if they're mutually exclusive. I don't know why.
Yeah.
If one, just two categories would be mutually exclusive if all the others are not. That's sort of strange. But I can tell you that that's a small number also. It's about 2,000, 2,500 students
Per semester or per year?
per year.
I'm gonna
Only
write.
20.
Per
2,500.
story, this stuff is all additive.
I'm sorry?
Per story, this stuff is all additive. You could qualify for 4 of these categories as a student.
And some of these you could, but
Mhm.
ADT, the one that Mark asked for about ADT and
You could get
transfer.
an AA, and then you could get an ADT, and then an ADT doesn't mean you successfully transferred.
That's
It means
correct.
you have an ADT. So if
Right.
you transfer successfully and it doesn't
Then you
have
get
to be
more.
to
Then you get a
Cal State
different
or
count.
UC,
So it's
it
cumulative.
could be
Right,
a private
right.
school and it could be anywhere.
Right.
Doesn't have to be one of ours. Per story.
Well, I'm sure you can.
I think I'd heard that. Yeah.
Thank you.
This is,
Who's
This
going
kind
to
of
keep
happens
track of
after the
this?
fact because it's
Are
all
you-
chancellor's office.
His office keeps track of all
Are
of
you
it.
going to keep
So,
track of all of
This
this?
is always going to be like a year behind data.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to like, well, they did take 12 units at Glendale too. And so,
Oh, right.
so they, I
Yeah.
think they're going to make these decisions on their own because it's going to be hard for us to,
Figure out whether you have it.
because we're always a year behind when we get the chance.
Well, I mean, you'll just put in for everything and then let them figure it out.
100%.
Yeah.
Gosh,
So-
everything.
1 million dollars.
But at the same time, you guys are the ones who are gonna have to completely keep track of.
Well, this one's hard because, like I said,
This-
Yes.
Yeah, how do you?
This one is actually says the Chancellor's Office MIS does a special run. There's no way that we would know. There's a
Right.
couple of these that they run a run to compute it. There's no way we could do it in advance to figure it out.
But where are they getting the data that they're running? It has to come
their
from
own
us.
University enrollments.
data clearinghouse, national clearinghouse, UC, and CSUs.
What about privates? Are they in
So,
there too?
national clearinghouse,
Yeah.
student clearinghouse. But that's always.
So
if-
so
when-
all of that information
behind.
is completely open to the chancellor's office?
They have the most access. We can access stuff, but it's not as, you
Isn't it
know.
Probably
like
not.
privacy rights? I mean, if I feel like I wanna enroll in a school, what business is it
But
of
it's
the
probably
chancellor's
just
office?
So we get blocked
Well,
from
with
block
privates, that's a problem,
confidentiality.
but any school that's
blocked.
subsidized by the state, they have access to the information, every enrollment.
But a lot of the private schools report.
Yeah.
They probably
love
comply.
to brag
yeah.
about how many they.
Well, I'm sure there's some kind of incentive for them to report all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. If you want to be part of this, you need to report this to us.
But in any case, again, this has to have the same 12 or more units at a community college to count. And again, the MIS at the chancellor's office computes this. It's not something we would provide them. The next category, which we get some dollars for student success, is if they complete 9 or more CTE units. And again, they said this is an MIS special data run, which is one of the notes on the bottom.
But we do have a lot of control over this, and we are changing the way we're advising students.
Oh,
And this is
Yeah, I would
not,
think so.
this is just they complete 9 units, it's not 9 units in a year or?
Correct. It's 9
Correct.
total units.
This is
Yeah.
not-
Okay, there's not a time.
So
the
one
dollars
of-
aren't very high on this
Right.
one.
One of the way we're going to calculate these is we're going to a digital badging system so that students will receive those badges. And these will accumulate and be presented to students as they meet these metrics. And so it'll also be a way that we end up tracking these. And that'll be done through student services as well.
So that's something on their transcript? Is that-
Yes.
okay.
But
It's
this could
transcriptable.
also be
Correct.
combined with a transfer degree.
Yes,
And this,
that,
I mean,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
that's correct. We'll try to come up with our budget.
So really keeping track of
Glad it's
transcripts.
you.
Not that easy.
Yeah, so we're
Critical
looking,
here.
we're looking at some software to assist us with
Yeah.
that, obviously.
Yeah, it's a little difficult here. A
You
lot of
better look for
categories.
some software to do it, not just a system.
I was being nice.
Yeah. My thing is, so it seems to me that the potential for making money off of this part of the funding formula.
That's the
Huge.
point. That's
It
the
is,
point.
and
Yeah.
that's why I think
Huge.
Dr. Verdian wanted and has established a committee to include, which uses obviously Dr.
But
Judy,
so
to come up with a plan to
Yeah.
maximize this, and what do we need to
But-
do?
Right, and how do we do this
And how
in
to do
the
this.
discipline areas?
Right.
but
So they're looking into it, I'm sure.
couldn't this be abused?
No, because if we are actually graduating students and they're meeting these metrics, that's what money is for in the state in education.
That's
It's
right.
being abused right now if they spend $3 billion on community colleges and you have a 7% transfer rate.
Well, yeah, but you're forgetting that little piece that says community.
No, I do
Right.
appreciate that,
I
but.
mean, there's lots of people that go to take
They're-
classes
they're
that
trying
they
to-
don't care.
But that's why they're
They wanna
trying,
learn
they're
Italian.
trying to, the
Yeah.
lifelong learning mission, the mission
They're
is
trying to get
being-
rid of that.
Yeah, they're
Which is a
moving
shame.
towards,
But what I'm saying is that yeah, this is great, right? And yeah, and it can be an indicator of student success, but at the same time, I think it could be abused. I think that schools could force students into areas where they're getting money for
Right.
these things, and
Yeah, there's a control for that, though. There's a cap on unit accumulation as well. So they can't just load students with 120 units and then pump them out.
well, I mean,
before
even
you start.
forcing them to take English and math the first year.
Well, but the data doesn't say that. The data says that when students do complete the English and math in the first year, they graduate at a much higher rate.
Yeah, and they're more successful in their own classes.
Yes.
In general, statistics say so.
And that's what Mark Twain says about statistics.
The last category, I think that is again, this is from the Chancellor's Office, MIS Special Data Run. I don't think we have access to this, is how many of our students after they graduate attain a regional living wage.
This seems really hard to measure.
Yeah,
I
and
think it'd be hard.
so that's data from them, and that's
Like the data we get, it's like just percentages.
Yeah.
So if they can
How do they
Because are
come
they
up with those
looking at-
percentages?
Are they-
GDP data.
But are they
wage
looking at
data, unemployment,
individuals?
whatever, and then there's like MZ, which kind of has
Actually,
How do you
locations. So I don't know
follow
if it's
the
gonna be
individual?
regional
they have.
or
They haven't
specific.
told us how
student.
they're getting that information.
They probably haven't thought of it.
They haven't
Yeah.
shared where they got their data or how they're getting the information other than they obtained it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there are gonna be numbers about what the average wages for different people, but how you link that
To our
To
graduate,
the
to
living
us,
to
graduated
well, to
here.
somebody who went to PCC and graduated versus somebody who went to Glendale and graduated because they're still
It doesn't
working.
even say that they graduated, it's just,
Well,
yeah.
whatever, yeah, did what they
They came here
did,
and
did
they-
what they did,
and they
and
attribute it
then they're
to
both
that.
contributing to the same area, the same region, so,
I honestly don't know how to
yeah,
get that
yeah. No,
information, they
it's-
didn't share
that's
it.
okay.
But in any case, that's one part of the student success allocation formula, which there are 8 different parts. So, and the data from the state chancellor's office that we are currently funded on is, they're using 15, 16 enrolled students and data from the attained county living wage of 16, 17. So it's a little bit older data.
I wonder what the living wage is.
Not
Well,
minimum
higher
wage.
now, that's for sure.
Higher.
No, my salary.
You're
I
alive.
need a raise.
You're alive, okay? So. you're
Yeah,
alive.
because-
You're here.
What was the living
They-
wage? You said it was 17,
Give me things.
Oh,
17.
it was, the living wage was 16, 17.
16.
Well, I mean, how do they?
But this was from the 15, 16
Enrolled students.
students.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. Because okay,
You into
I'm an
it.
18-year-old kid, right? I graduate from PCC. I'm gonna go do something. What are the chances I'm making a living wage?
None.
And what did they define?
What is it?
Unless you live
Living
with your
wage.
parents. You don't have to pay
Yeah,
rent and you don't have to pay.
And if you plan on going far in education, you're probably still gonna be living with your parents when you're in graduate school.
Where's the living at home? Would you
Yeah,
pay
is there a
that
living at home
30-year-old
wage?
that-
They need a living at home wage.
Well, I know a number of states have gone to performance metrics, and they're probably going to be peaking at the way other states have calculated this.
Yeah.
I know they've done this in Florida for a number of years. Yeah, so I doubt they'll have to reinvent the wheel. I'm sure they'll modify it, but.
They'll figure out a way, yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you. Anyhow, that concludes the slide presentation on the student center funding formula. It's just kind
You
of.
need to change this slide to any more questions?
So now can I ask my question?
I'm sorry?
Now can I ask my question? On the student center funding formula. 80, 20, 20, 70, 20, 10, whatever, 60, 20, 20. What does that mean? Does
That
that mean
means-
that what they pay us for an FTES is going to go down each year?
The percentage of the, when they get a bucket of money, okay, the state chancellor's office that's been approved, they're gonna say, here is 100,000, 60% of that money, we're gonna allocate to FTES. 20% of that money, we're gonna say is gonna go to the community colleges for the low-income students, and 20% for student funding formula. Right now, it's at 70%, and it's going to 70, 20, 10, and then it goes 5% down each year. So the FTES percentage goes down while the student center funding, metric goes up by 5%. When
So
they
it's
take the
not-
pot and they allocate it.
So it's not a per school pot, because otherwise we wouldn't have ended up with 6 million more.
No, it's the pot of
We
money
can exceed the
that they
percentages,
get
yes.
from a couple of billion, and they say, okay, now we're gonna take this, and then they split it, and they take it, and they split it, and they keep splitting it.
Okay, thank you.
It's a good question.
More questions? And that's really it. I think Dr. Storty last time discussed the adopted budget. It was board approved in the last board meeting in September. It's a balanced budget. And the economy is strong at the moment. And that's really all the news I have to share about the budget.
We had asked for a comparison, sort of the line-by-line comparison of the actual budget for last year, so that we could look at that with the, against this year's adopted budget.
I'm sorry, say that again, please.
So we had asked at the last meeting to get the comparison of last year's adopted budget, is that up on the website? Do you
The
know?
adopted
I haven't looked.
budget
Okay.
is,
The two budgets are on the website. Is line-to-line comparison on the website? No.
Okay,
But both of the budgets are there.
but the old ones are there.
Mhm.
there's also a
Everything's updated.
full detail budget in the library, there's a binder in the library.
In the Shatford one.
Library.
Uh-huh.
You don't have it online?
So,
line, what?
They don't have it online?
It, not that one.
Oh, it's like 500 pages, maybe more.
I was gonna say, it's
Like
at least a 3-inch binder.
Yeah, it's like two reams of paper. But we have one.
They don't want you to
here.
read it
No, exactly.
and compare anything.
That's a good,
We'll have
that's a
to-
good
we'll-
way to
yeah.
dissuade someone
have
from
to
looking
look at
at it.
it.
Here you go.
When the library's
Oh, no,
open
you can
late.
borrow it if you want to, mine, and you don't have to bring it back.
Okay, when you say compare line item, are you talking comparing the budget to
The
last year?
salary,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
yeah,
So we
like
can look at
academic
last
salary.
year's and
You
this
want,
year's.
okay, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say, so you want
Differences.
this year's adopted budget, 18,
Compared to
19,
last year.
Yeah.
to last year's adopted or last year's actual?
Both.
Actual.
Both.
That-
Well, we used to get, there used to be a document that we would get, and it had last year's adopted actual, and then this year's adopted. And I have some old
That's
ones
the
I could
one
show
that
you.
is on the website.
Do you want to see some old ones that I could?
Well, the
find
one,
one?
for instance, that went to the board, which I think is
Yeah.
what you're referring to, and it would be on the website, it would be, the adjusted budget for last year, the actual for last year, and the adopted. Is that what you're referring to?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's.
That was in the board.
That's
document?
17,
Okay,
18?
was that in the packet? This is 17, 18, and
That went to
18,
the board in
19.
Yes.
September, just a
Right,
week or two ago,
um,
and that would have been in their packet. I'm
I
gonna
didn't see
assume
it,
it's
I did not see it
online.
in the board packet.
But is that
Okay.
what you're referring
Yeah.
to?
Yeah,
And if so, I could have, actually, I'll give it to you. Find out if it's
There you go.
online, if it's not online.
Okay.
I'll have,
a copy.
so this is what you're looking
Uh-huh,
for, yeah?
yes.
Okay.
This was after our meeting. Or last Brac meeting.
No, okay.
That was at our last Brac meeting?
No, after.
Oh, okay.
This
Okay.
was created after.
Yeah,
Right, we
yeah,
we
because
talked
they don't
about
have-
it at the
Right,
last
yeah,
Brac
but
meeting.
it went
We
to
asked
the
for it.
board. That was
Okay,
part of the
okay.
board budget adoption.
The presentation. Yeah, I saw the board presentation. I didn't see that
It
document.
wasn't in the presentation, there was, the
Mhm.
presentation is a snapshot, and
Mhm.
then we had, after the presentation, there was 3 items on that. We had the public comment, and
Mhm.
then on the attachments of the board
Mhm.
item, on the adopted budget,
Okay.
that
Board
would have
docs.
been there.
In
But I
it is
can
in
download
board
it.
docs?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all on board
Okay.
docs.
I was looking for it, couldn't find it, but
Okay.
I get lost in board docs.
I love it.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that that's what you want, so we have that, okay,
Thank you.
sure.
8 pages.
And I guess if there's no other questions, I guess that concludes our meeting.
Okay.
Okay. and
Motion
we'll-
to-
Oh,
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, and the next meeting's on the 25th,
All of them in favor.
25th?
October 25th.
Which-
Okay.